Oh my gosh, I am like literally in my pajamas. Look at this. I do not look very pretty, but hello and welcome to my channel. Today it is snowing and it is so beautiful. Last night was so frigid cold and my husband said, I don't know if I want to go out because it is so cold. And I said, it's going to snow tomorrow. This is kind of like the calm before the storm. And look at this. It is snowing. So, what's in it for today? So, because it's snowing, I thought I'd give you a snow garden tour. Now, I'm not going to speak a lot about all the plants and stuff. I may point out one or two, but for the most part, I just wanted you to enjoy this day with me. So, I hope you enjoy this. And if you're new, please, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you follow me on all of my videos. Okay, let's get started. So as always, I'm going to start from my driveway and then go from the front all the way and circle around to the back. Just want to put out there, you guys, whether it's snowing or raining or sun shining, don't forget to get up, get out, and get active. This does not stop me from being outside, and hopefully it doesn't stop you from being out there as well. Enjoy the weather. It has so much to offer. So with that said, as you can see, I never planted my spring bulbs. So that is still empty. I was getting ready for it and procrastinated, and here we are in December 4th and it's snowing and I haven't gotten to it yet. And I say yet because I may still do it. I don't know. Leave it in the comments below. Am I too late? The other thing I want to point out is my Brunnera, Jack Frost, these two that I planted this summer. I mentioned back then that they stay until late fall. Now you can see what the position is when they get that first freeze. Now this will probably put them into the beginning of going into dormant. So just so you can see where they're at and what they look like at this time of the year, they're still out. And some of them are still out looking beautiful in my yard. So we'll see that in a minute. My mums over here actually bloomed this year. It probably will stop blooming at this point, but this is a hardy mum, so you know it's probably going to continue doing its thing. And before I take you any further, I want to take you out to my tree because I'm just going to do a quick update on that and show you a clip of what happened to it. Because I haven't mentioned it, and this will give you an idea of what it looks like now. So this is my mimosa tree that got damaged, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll meet you on this video over here. But Maylene's gonna kind of explain what she's doing.
Okay, so what we've done is we've cut off all the dead branches and stuff, and so like our next step now is to spray it with the tree wound dressing right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this will help kill off any insects and stuff that are going to try and come and eat it so that it'll die.
Oh,
this
great.
will prevent that from happening. And in time, it'll start to heal and grow again. But what we need to do and what you or your husband need to do, you guys need to check on it. If it needs to be sprayed again, then you have to spray it with another bottle.
Okay.
It's like a periodic thing.
Okay.
So you gotta constantly check in and keep spraying.
Okay. And where can we get that product?
Home Depot.
Okay,
So
awesome.
yeah, so like later on down the track, what we want to avoid is like we want to make sure that there's not much water going down there. Hence is why we use a lot of this.
Okay.
Because that will not help the tree grow. So
Okay.
hence is why we're spraying one whole can to cover these areas over here. Now continue to do what we're doing right now.
Okay. And so you didn't have to bungee it down below or anything?
No, because in doing so, we believe it's just going to damage it even more.
Okay.
So like we've cut it right where we see that it's not like as much of like a dead branch as it was before.
Okay.
When we first started from, I think it was up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really so much better, and if we can save it at all, oh my gosh.
We're here, we're
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah. Thank
Sounds
you.
good. You're welcome.
Okay, so I don't know if all that's going to work, but it looks so much better than it did before. They did a fantastic job, and we'll see what happens going forward. But that's where my mimosa tree is at this point. Now, mimosa trees are very hardy, and my understanding of mimosa trees is that they actually do grow like a weed, and that new shoots will come up. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully something does positively happen with it, because we don't want to let it go yet. But yeah, that's where it is. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. Always love hearing what you all have to say. My de Sol over here is still blooming. This is a Dahlia de Sol. And here you will see another Jack Frost over here. This is my butterfly shrub that I also trimmed because we were getting such a rainstorm and it was going to take it down, and I didn't want it to do that, so I had to try to salvage it. But I'll bring you really close. You'll see where all the buds were, and hopefully you can see them on this film. But yeah, definitely have a lot of buds that were coming out, and hopefully this doesn't kill it, because yeah, I had to trim it. But so far so good. And luckily that the cuts were done in time before this freeze, because that will at least heal those wounds a little bit, and hopefully it sealed it enough that it doesn't kill it over the winter months. Here's another Jack Frost, and this one's more in the elements, so of course this one is getting a beating and will die off at this point. This one's a little bit more sheltered because of my cherry tree right here, and also the holly tree that's also growing next to it. So it is a little bit more sheltered, but it will flop down at this point. Over here I have my kumquat, and as you can see, it is just totally filled with fruit. I don't even know if you can see that really well because it is kind of a bit camouflage. But it is filled with fruit, and they are yellowing. These are really hardy plants. However, it's not exactly zoned for 8B, but I'm gonna take it into my small pergola just to protect it and have it continue to grow. So I haven't done that. We'll do that after this video though. My abutilon over here, this is the one that I had in my small pergola over the winter months that I winterized last year. And this year I didn't have enough room for it, so it will go dormant, and hopefully will come back next year. It's always hard to tell from one year or another, but it's been here for about 5 seasons outside of that one. So about 4 seasons total out here in the elements of freezing rain and snow. So it'll probably survive. And I do have somewhat of a shelter from this eave above it, so it does kind of protect it. Now that I have you over here, you can see my butterfly tree. This part here is being held by the fence, but it's pretty decrepit and it really does need to come down, but I just don't want to cut it down because it's such a beautiful flower, and it's just, I just like it a lot. And I'll show you where it got cut. So it was going to be up to that one branch, right? Yeah. So right here is the one huge limb that got cut, and because it had an offshoot, we left that, so in hopes that it will get bigger and will provide the shelter that I need for my shade garden here, because this whole area did open up quite a bit because of it. Okay, you guys, let's go into the backyard. My hand's about ready to fall off from this cold weather. Okay, so first thing you see is my small pergola, and it is just an absolutely gorgeous winter oasis, and I love it. So I'm really happy with that. And yeah, my ladies over here are actually saying it is snowing. And I didn't get around. I typically put plastic around where the mesh part is, just to keep them a little bit more sheltered. But we do have a couple of heat lamps for them. And yeah, I probably will still kind of add some type of plastic for the winter months. But for now, it is what it is. And look at how beautiful this creeping thyme looks in the winter. Isn't that beautiful? And of course, my garden up above my chicken coop up here, I completely cleaned that out. And I did leave the strawberry because I had some strawberries on it. But yeah, I just prepared it for next spring's growth. But for now, it is empty. My hot lip salvia, I should have trimmed it, but it is providing still food for the birds and my little hummingbird that comes around. So I decided just to leave it. Hopefully it will shelter this spider lily a little bit more than it did last year anyway. But that's where that is. Now let's go take a look at my garden, because I didn't pull it out. The only thing I did with it was I pulled out my tomato plants, both of my tomato plants. But outside of that, I kind of left a lot of this stuff in here, because some of this stuff, like the red beets and the cabbage, they're all winter hardy. So I just thought, leave it and see what happens over the winter months. So that's where that is. And now you can see how I can see from inside my home into my small pergola. I just absolutely love this. I hope you were able to see that video where I talked about this. If you haven't already, please leave it in the comments below and catch me at that video. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.